This is a Skywatch Media News special report for the first week of April 2019. In the minutes just prior to midnight on March 30th, a large teardrop-shaped meteor fireball fell to Earth over northern Florida, followed by a bright flash that lit up the sky in all directions. The American Meteor Society had received nearly 250 eyewitness reports of the event from several major cities across central and northern Florida, but reports were also received from southern Georgia and Alabama. The meteor fireball not only lit up the sky, but also fired up social media with many comments and photos after its initial sighting by the National Weather Service GOES satellite. Here's a video compilation of the meteor event over northern Florida a few minutes prior to midnight on March 30th. The National Weather Service has unconfirmed reports that the meteor fell to Earth near Perry, Florida, some 55 miles southeast of Tallahassee. Meteorologists who communicate closely with the National Weather Service will almost certainly tell the public that meteor observations similar to the Florida event happen often, but they aren't always visible to the public. Because there are so many satellites in space and security cameras on the Earth, these events are becoming more visible. This is their major talking point. But what they fail to mention to the public is that the meteor and bolide events are happening much more frequently in the past decade than what was observed in previous years, therefore posing a much greater risk to humanity. As with all known observations and reports, the public should judge accordingly and come to their respective conclusions about the severity of these celestial events and the risk factor involved when they occur. One of the most important observations that has a direct bearing on the future of our planet involves near-Earth objects and how close they travel across the Earth's orbit. This is a hotbed topic that most of the major media organizations fail to cover. On March 31st, a newly discovered asteroid designated 2019 FV1 flew past Earth at point 87 LD, a distance of just over 207,000 miles. The asteroid has an estimated size between 15 and 33 feet, and it flew past us at a speed relative to Earth of 18.28 kilometers per second, nearly 40,900 miles per hour. This is the 15th known asteroid to fly by Earth within one lunar distance since the start of the year, and it is the 7th in the month of March. 2019 FV1 was first observed at Mount Lemmon Survey, Arizona on March 29th, just 2 days before its close approach. Somewhere in the outer solar system beyond Neptune and Pluto, there are objects with unusual orbits that are shaking things up, and no one seems to know why. Physicists are busy these days attempting to establish a plausible explanation for what's happening in the solar system. But the more they hypothesize, the more confusing it all becomes. Not so long ago, it was thought that one large body, which they call Planet 9, was perturbating the outer banks of the solar system and affecting the orbits of the outer planets. But now, according to a group of astrophysicists, instead of there being just one big object affecting the orbital wobbles, it is possible that the combined gravitational force of several Kuiper Belt objects may actually be the perpetrators. A hypothesis for Planet 9 was first announced in the year 2016. Astronomers studying a dwarf planet in the Kuiper Belt noticed that several wandering trans-Neptunian objects had strange looping orbits that were different from the rest of the Kuiper Belt. The orbits of these wandering objects were grouped together in a way that didn't appear random. Something pulled these objects into that position. This computer modeling indicated that a giant unseen planet may have tugged at these objects. But the so-called Planet 9 has thus far remained elusive, which is not a surprise given that there are tremendous technological challenges to viewing a dark object thought to exist in the outer solar system. Its location unbeknown to scientists. According to their theory, if you eliminate Planet 9 from the modeling, and then allow for smaller Kuiper Belt objects that would constitute a disk that is scattered across a wide area, beyond the orbit of Neptune, then this attraction between objects could account for the odd orbits that are seen in some trans-Neptunian objects. The main problem with this theory is that it fails to explain why the orbits are all tilting the same way. According to estimates, the mass of the Kuiper Belt is only 4 to 10% of the Earth's mass, which is not enough to produce the observed effect. It should be much higher, which poses the question, is there more to the Kuiper Belt than what is seen and known? The possibilities seem endless, as do the theories. It's possible that both a massive disk of smaller objects exists in the solar system along with a giant Planet 9, which, when the evidence is gathered, can then explain the perturbation of the outer solar system and the eccentric orbit of trans-Neptunian objects. As you look to the sky, keep this thought in mind. As mortal beings on this earth, we presume that we have the knowledge and the capability to monitor the heavens all the time. But what exactly have we accomplished in our quest to explore the universe? The fact is that all of our efforts so far have only closely examined a few thousand nearby stars, and we are just beginning to learn which of those stars may have promising planets. Long before our existence, it was written, "As time evolves, the things which were once hidden in the heavens will be revealed onto this world." Thanks for watching.